want to take over as the new general manager of South Carolina. Call me GM Jaden because we have to build the national championship roster while using this NIL tracker, which will make things tremendously more difficult, man. You can't just go get a great team. You have to build your roster, build your money up, and then be able to recruit great players. It's going to take time. We made South Carolina go 4-8 just like they did in real life. Our school prestige has dropped down to a 2-star. That means, according to the NIL tracker, we only have a $10 million budget to pay this roster. And it does not help when our quarterback Lenore Sellers is getting $3.5 million. It makes you think, is it worth having a great quarterback right now when we also can't afford to recruit a great recruiting class because we just don't have enough money? But as a general manager of a roster, those are decisions you are forced to make. And our first order of business is to convince some of these guys to come back. Some of these guys will leave and they'll also relieve some budget off of us. But we have 5 persuasion attempts. I think we got to try to convince Jaden Sellers to come back, even though he has normal development. I'm talking about 80 overall freshman, normal development. This is one you have to keep. Gone. Okay. Okay, come on. I just want the young guys. Another freshman here, gone. Star development. Come on, we have so many guys trying to leave. Another linebacker here. The backup quarterback he wants to go. The thing about this is he is expensive. 4-star quarterbacks is very expensive in this NIL tracker. So I don't think we could even afford to keep him and then also still have Lenore Sellers. We just can't afford everything. But come back. Fell anyway. We have officially went 0-for-5 on persuasions. We'll have a lot of players leaving this roster. The good thing about it is our team budget will go down. Now, how much will we have to work with? Let me do some math. So after completely updating the roster on the spreadsheet, adding all the players that transferred out, upgrading everyone overall, updating everything, we are in some trouble, man. If we come over here to our budget, since our prestige has dropped, we only have a $10 million budget. Right now, our roster is over budget, and that's not even factoring the recruiting class we have right now. We already have, 9 players committed, all high school kids, and they're getting paid just over $1 million. You know, almost $2 million at this point, 1.7. So we are extremely over budget, and we need to still bring in transfers. But luckily, South Carolina got the best GM in the nation, and he has convinced donors to raise $8 million to give this roster some life, man, because without that, we just can't do nothing, man. So a little bit of hype around the program. We need to produce a good product on the field next year because we need that school prestige to jump up to at least a 3-star so we could get back into around the 15 million range and we could really bring in a good roster. Having $10 million will not work. One-time donation from the donors, so we got to take advantage of it. Now, this is how the recruiting class looks. Like I said, we're up to 9 commits, but we have a couple more players that could be committing. You know, a cornerback, a bunch of 3-star players. The recruiting class is not that impressive. A dual threat quarterback, which could be good for us. We don't know how good he is, but it's some stuff here. We're in first place for a couple guys. Got some 4-star commits, star development. You know, a lot of these guys not very good, just being honest. But it is portal season, so we could bring in a few players that could actually be game changing for us, and we need a lot. Look at the team needs at the top of the screen, man. This roster is in some serious trouble. Now, speaking of the roster, let me actually show y'all. We have some good players that's getting paid a lot of money at the top of this roster. Lenore Sellers, Dylan Stewart, some of these guys are getting paid a lot of money, so it's a waste if our team is not good, man. It truly is a waste because we could be building with young players that's going to be cheaper, but down the line they will be better. But Lenore Sellers is a star of the show. He's an 89 overall quarterback. He's a sophomore. So we don't want him to transfer out. We don't want him to leave early. We would like to get our full potential out of Lenore Sellers. Obviously had a bad year or down year this past season. We need to add a third quarterback. Cheap. Quarterbacks are more expensive with this NIL roster. We need to add a cheap quarterback. I mean 2-star, 1-star quarterback that's going to cost pennies. We have 2 running backs on roster. Isaiah is probably going to be our guy next year, so I'm thinking backups. I'm thinking low tier running back. We just add something and we rock out with Isaiah. He was at Colorado, and then he transferred from somewhere else, but he's probably going to be the guy. He has a impact development, so probably going to be the guy. Receiving room, we're probably good to go. Nick Harbor is getting paid a lot of money. Receivers get paid a lot. I think he's at almost 600,000, maybe even $1 million, somewhere in that range. These freshmen need to jump up. They all have impact development. We need them all to jump up. We might bring in one good transfer receiver if we could afford it. Tight end, we don't really need to touch tight end. We'll have 3 on roster. All these guys that say seniors, they're gone. They're not on the roster. I don't know why EA leaves them, but they're gone. We'll have these 3 tight ends, and a 54 overall long snapper will be here as well. We'll probably just rock out with that. O-line is what needs the most work. We literally don't even have enough players. 2 tackles. We have 1 guard who is a 68 overall. Centers, we do have 2 centers. Reminder, everyone that says senior has graduated. They will not be here. Right guard, we have 170 overall old guy who is very not talented. And then a right tackle, 1 right tackle. So O-line needs the most work. D-line, we might be okay. Jalen Brown need a jump from you with the star development. All these other freshmen need a jump also, but I don't think we go at the D-line, especially edge rushers, because they're the most expensive on the defense. It's a premium position. Dylan Stewart will have to carry the other edge room, maybe bring in 1, maybe. D-tackle, we have 3 on roster. We got to go get 1 transfer D-tackle that will be good. We need that to bring that in. As far as linebacker core, also not super talented. We'll see what we could do, but also all guys are, we'll have enough heads, we'll have enough bodies. Cornerback, we need a couple. We have 3 cornerbacks on roster, and only 1 of them is actually good. Safety is another position we need bodies. So you kind of get it. And then we also have Jalen here, who is actually an 89 overall, getting paid a good amount of money to be on this roster. So he will remain there, but we need to bring in some secondary. You kind of see it's a bad team, man. For the SEC, this is a bad roster. So with that $8 million donation, we now have about $7 million to work with in this portal. We kind of know what we need to prioritize, but also portal players are more expensive than high school players. So a 3-star high schooler is going to be cheaper than a 3-star transfer. So we got to keep that in mind. We can't just go completely crazy. We got to be extremely intentional what we do in this portal. And of course, you get some 5-star big dogs in the portal, the usual suspects: Isaac Brown, Kewan Lacey, Jordan Seaton. Obviously, we can't afford those guys. That's the reality of it. We cannot. But what 4 stars are here? A 4-star D tackle from Tulane, we could mess with that. A 4-star edge rusher, I think we rock out with our current edges. We could definitely go after Eli. I think that would be a good add. We surely need corner. We'll add that guy. Also need O-line, and then we need corner. So we'll add a couple of these 4-star players, but we just can't go add whoever. Like I said, I think adding an edge rusher would be great, but we just can't afford it. Now, when we get to the 3-star transfers, this is really where we're going to get our money, man. Like, let's see, can we find a really talented 3-star transfer receiver? And we'll sort by national rank. And we have the #1 3-star transfer. That's great. #1 3-star transfer interesting us. I also would like to go at the younger guys, guys that won't just be a senior. I would prefer guys we get multiple years out of, like maybe a Bibbs right here, who will come in as probably a sophomore, and he'll probably be pretty good. Let's add players like that. Yeah, younger guys is going to probably be the goal here. So every year we're just not dipping into the portal. Tight end, we're good. O-line is where we need a tremendous amount of help. So perfect. A freshman that will probably come in as a sophomore from Virginia Tech. That's right up our alley. Let's add that. He can play right tackle. Another sophomore. Let's add that. Nebraska kid. O-line, like I said, is one of the biggest needs. Also got a D tackle transfer from North Carolina. Will come in as a sophomore. Let's add that. Hopefully he'll progress pretty well. Then we get into linebacker. I'm thinking 1 middle linebacker is what I'm willing to add. 1 key middle linebacker if I see something out there I like. I'm not seeing too much. Maybe we just go at the buddy right here from Houston. I think that'll be the play. Go at the buddy from Houston. He played a little bit, not too much last year. Put up 6 sacks for Houston. That's pretty good production. I feel like I'm playing like Moneyball, you know, with the Oakland A's back in the day, MLB, man, where they played the Moneyball and they pretty much had to have a cheap roster but still win games. I feel like I'm doing that, man, which is a pretty cool feeling. Also, if y'all want to use this spreadsheet, right now it's on the ebook. The ebook is down below. If you want to try out, tap into the ebook. I will drop it to everyone at some point. Noah King is a pretty nice piece if we could add him. He's from Colorado. I recognize his name. I love getting players I recognize or I know a little bit about. So we added some guys here. We obviously can't go over budget, so we can't go too crazy here in the portal. We're pretty much going to get enough players to at least compete. We'll do, I don't think we could even scout, man. I don't even think we have enough money to scout. We probably just need to put hours in. We just don't have enough. Yeah, let's just put hours in and we'll advance and see who is going to be interested out of all these players we added. So we advanced 2 more weeks into the portal and I did something here. I realized we kind of have more of a budget than what I thought. Like, let's just say we get all of these players. We get all of them. This guy, Eli, not looking the best, but we could schedule the visit and still end up getting them. Everyone else we're kind of leading for. DJ might end up getting. All these 3 stars were pretty much dominating their recruitment for the transfers. Well, I added it into the NIL budget. And if you look, hey, you know, this is kind of how the 3 stars transfers and 4-star transfers. A 4-star transfer is 500,000. Maybe you say that's on the cheaper end. A high school 4-star is 250,000. Transfer 4-star is 500,000, twice as much. So, you know, a regular 3-star high school is 100,000. Transfer 3-star, 200,000. So we're currently at about almost 5.8 million. That means we still have around 2 million left to work with. So we could go back to the portal and we kind of talked about running back. We didn't add a running back yet here. We still need to do that. So let's definitely try to find a running back. Let's see any more 4-star players here that's under recruited, and we could maybe get James Peoples. That would be different. Avery Johnson is here. We don't need him. We can maybe get James People, and we can maybe get a top edge rusher from Washington State, 4-star. We have the budget for that. Both these guys will come in at about 500,000 a piece. So we do have the budget for that. Now that leaves us with about another $1 million to work with. So we could then get Cash Cleveland. He was at he was at Colorado. He was a walk-on at Colorado, transferred to Texas Tech. And now he's back in the portal. This is a guy I'd be pretty interested in adding. But we also need, you know, another running back. We could add 2 running backs. That'll be pretty useful. We got a freshman here, Elusive Bruiser. He's ranked so high. That's a little bit too high for my liking. We got another freshman here, East-West Playmaker. Let's add him. What else do we really need? No tight ends, no receivers. We are good at quarterback because we actually do have a high school quarterback that is committed or will commit, so we actually don't really need quarterback here. We could also add a guy like Elijah Hill, transfer from Kennesaw State, looking for a bigger opportunity. He wants to come to South Carolina. We could definitely add that to the board. Defensive end. Let's see any more receivers, because like if we can, let's go at the buddy from Boise State, man. He has a chance to be like our #1 receiver. That'll be pretty big time. And we already added another running back, and let's go with another linebacker here. I think another linebacker could be pretty big, help the linebacker core just a little bit more. Who do we want to target? Let's go at the buddy from Minnesota, I suppose. And that leaves one more roster spot. We could come over. We already got a tight end. Let's see any more old linemen that is looking for a home. Maybe a transfer from USC. He could be a guy one day. Okay. Now the issue is we don't have any more hours to use. What we can do is like a guy like Noah King, where we're the only one pretty much putting hours in. We could remove those hours and, you know, go after them full time. Like another guy here, remove hours if we're the only one. And yeah, we kind of do that method. And we get our first transfer commit, a right guard from South Carolina. He comes back home. That's gonna be the first transfer, first domino to fall. We're currently at week 4 of the portal, right? Week 4 of the portal. Now, how are we looking for some of these guys? I think we could afford everything we're going after here. I believe we can. And I think we're looking pretty good. A guy like James Peoples, we're not going to get. we're just not going to get James People. That's unfortunate, but we'll get a lot of these other guys. Like you should commit. You should commit. We'll get mostly everyone, but James People will not be a part of this recruiting class. Also, we won't get this guy. I mean, we just don't have enough juice. So we do have more money. We will leave some money on the table here this year, it seems like. So what we can do is go after some more transfers. And probably a running back is what we need the most here, probably. We'll remove DJ the corner. I just don't see how we could possibly get him. Let's come back over here to the portal. Next year, we're going to definitely focus a lot more on high school recruiting. But this is, first year taking over here. You always want to bring in a pretty solid transfer class. Let's see. We're going to need a 3-star running back because we're currently at, 3 running backs on roster. That definitely does not work. We go after this elusive bruiser freshman. That might be the option. Or we go after Nebraska elusive bruiser. Let's go after the Nebraska one. And hopefully we jump up in his top 5 and he commits to the program. But that's kind of how we're looking. And hopefully I don't think we go over a budget, man. I think we actually are pretty good. And even some of that money we could roll over to next year. So if we end up having extra money, it rolls over to next year. If we end up having too much money or we spend too much, that will also roll over to the next year and our budget would decrease. We get the quarterback, okay? He's an athlete. So, okay, we get Elijah. We're going to get a lot of these guys, man. We're going to get a lot of these guys. But if we go over budget, that also rolls over to the next year. So every year we can't just, spend over, and really go into the red. So our recruiting class is officially done in the books, man. We could go position by position to see how we did. So the athlete quarterback, normal development. I don't know if he'll play quarterback. I don't even know what he looks like, his attributes, but he'll probably be a quarterback. Normal development is not good. Let's see. Running backs, brought in a couple transfer running backs. We also did have the high school commit, so we didn't need to bring in 2 transfer running backs, but we did. Normal impact development, not great. James People did end up going to Mizzou, so unfortunate for us. Receiver commit, did have a 4-star commit. Normal development, impact, normal, star. Chris Marshall, thank you. I was considering bringing him in. At the last second, we decided to go get him. He was being under recruited. He'll come in and probably be a guy for us. Do have a tight end transfer or tight end commit, high schooler, star development. I'm interested where he'll play. I have no idea. We'll see. O-line, got a couple O-line commits, all impact. Lost out on 1 right tackle. That's fine, but we do get some tackles, some guards, all impact and normal development. Cash Cleveland here as well. 1 center, normal development, edge rushers. Okay, nothing too crazy. Athlete, high schooler with star, but the transfers impact normal. One thing to note, nobody here is crazy. It's not a crazy recruiting class. 3-star, the 4-star transfer comes in with impact. He'll be a day 1 starter. That's good. Glass, the transfer linebacker, comes in with impact. Middle linebacker comes in with impact, the transfer. Damn, we don't have much linebacker play at all. Corners, also here, impact, star for the high schooler. And then we brought in 2 transfers. Star for Eli, he'll be an instant starter. And then Ian, 3-star transfer, normal development, that sucks. And then Noah King comes in with impact. He'll probably also be a starter. And then that's it for the recruiting class, man. I mean, pretty solid class, if I say so myself. I want to show you what it looks like on paper. So we have all of the recruits added in here. It's a $7 million class with the transfer portal and with high school combined, $7 million, which is pretty solid, pretty solid. We worked within our budget, but pretty much having that donation got us there. That got us there, man. And we could look at the overall summary. We are officially $800,000 under budget. So we had some money to spare, and we'll kind of roll that over to next season, man. So that's perfect. That's amazing. But also we need that school prestige to go up. But so far, we are looking pretty good. Also want to make sure this only works with auto progression on. We will recruit in the season, but auto progression has to be on. And we won't update the roster until next season. As far as players overall will go up once we advance after this National Signing Day. We won't upgrade overalls until the end of this upcoming season. Let's see how GM Jaden has done during his first offseason. This has just been the offseason. We don't get to play any games, by the way. We just don't. We don't get to play any games, but we do get to watch games and also heavily recruit this roster. Dylan Stewart, you good, bro? Overall, didn't increase whatsoever. He upgraded ability. Wow. Wow. Dylan Stewart. What a guy, man. What a guy. Lenore Sellers gets a +1. Drew. Okay. Maybe we got a little bit of a quarterback of the future. But +1 for Lenore Sellers. Pretty solid stuff. His attribute or his passing accuracies need to go up a little bit, but he's a good quarterback, so we need that to win. Running back situation, not great, man. The transfer we brought in, not even good enough to start. If we would have got James People, that would have been game changing, man. Couldn't get him. But Isaiah Augustus will be our starting running back here with the low carrying rate. Oh my goodness, our top two guys carrying is trash. Oh man, receiver play is pretty solid. Nick Harbor, the big dog in his senior year. He's a cheat code in game. 6'5", 237 pounder with 99 speed. But the receiver room across the board is pretty good, bro. It is a good receiving room. Chris Marshall, the transfer, he comes in and ready to go. He's going to be a good player for us. Tight end room, wow, no progression for our starter. Great, +14 for the blocking tight end. O-line play, Cash Cleveland, we moved to left tackle, which is not realistic, but he's a pass protector who actually looks pretty solid at tackle. Like, I mean, yeah, height and weight don't matter that much in this game where he's going to be a liability. He'll be our left tackle, even though he plays center in real life. The rest of the O-line is going to be okay, low 80s. I don't know how good we will compete in the SEC. That's the reality of it, man. D-line, Dylan Stewart not going up in overall. Some of these young guys going up a little bit. You have star development, Jalen Brown, and you went up 4 overalls. Impact development guy went up 7 overalls. Auto progression be trolling sometimes, man. That's the reality of it. But that's the only way this NIL thing works, in my opinion, is with auto progression. D tackle room also not amazing by any means, but the transfer we brought in, 84 overall. Let's see here, linebacker situation also won't be great. Johnson, okay, nice progression for you, +7. Okay, +2. Cornerback situation, 92 overall. He's one of the best players on the roster. The cornerbacks will be solid. They'll be okay, man. And safety situation, okay. Secondary might be our strong suit this year. As the GM of this roster, there's only a certain things we can upgrade. Like, for example, tactician, we can't upgrade that because we a GM. We don't affect how good our players play. But we can upgrade like recruiting, you know, scout faster, recruit faster. Like, all this stuff is a must for a GM, in my opinion. So we'll get all this stuff. I want tier 2 for every single category, man. I think that's a must. Tier 2, having these players start off interested in us to start the year is going to be tremendous. I even want to get elite recruiter with this coach build, man. Want to get elite recruiter, and who knows, who knows what happens in the future. Maybe we not always with South Carolina. We'll see how it goes. But when we hit this, encourage the transfer. This year it's not going to be as big of a deal, but other years this will be huge because this is how we cut players. This is how we trim salary. This is how we, you know, reduce our load on the team when it comes to payment. Like, if we have guys getting paid too much or we're over budget, this is going to be the chance to cut players. This year we're not over budget. We're in a good spot, so we don't have to do anything. Now, let's move on. The new year is here, and this $17.2 million budget roster is an 86 overall, and we got to open up against Miami at home. Then we get FCS East, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, Clemson. It's no walk in the park. The schedule is no walk in the park. We will be underdogs in maybe half the games we play. That's the reality of it. Probably half the games we play, we're underdogs here. We need to get that school prestige up. We need to get it up so we're able to just continue to bring in good players, because if we go down or if we stay at this 2-star, we're going to be in some trouble. Now, when I open the recruiting screen, this is not what you want to see. The recommended players, they're recommending 2-star players. We're in the SEC. What we're going to do with that? Oh man, we probably don't have a 5-star interested, and nor should we be interested in a 5-star. Yeah, we don't have the money to even talk to a 5-star right now. We just don't. 4 stars, we could dabble with some 4 stars, and we do have some interested. We could work with a couple 4 stars. We could definitely work with that. We'll probably add all these guys, and we'll also go after some 3 stars. We won't go down to the 2-star level just yet, man. I don't want to move backwards. Now, what I will say is we have a tremendous amount of players that have us number 1 on their board. We have some 4 stars here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4 stars. So that's a chance of an insta commit. Then come down here to the 3 stars. We have tons. We will get some insta commits. We have so many players that's not even added still have us number 1 at the 3-star level. So that'll make recruiting a little bit easier, but we also want to have room for transfers. So we don't want to go too crazy in the high school recruiting, because we do want to bring in, like I said, a couple guys that could help us right now. We offer everyone a scholarship, and we walked away with 1 insta commit. A defensive lineman. We have no idea how good he is. Don't be trash, bro. Don't be trash. But we'll take 1 instant commit. I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Now we just gotta scout the rest of these guys and see what we can find, see who we want to pursue. We have so many edge rushers, no quarterbacks added. Let's just scout and see who's good. First game of the year is gonna be against number 2 Miami. I am interested to see how good will this Miami roster actually look, man. How good will they look? Let's come over here and see. So overall wise, 89 overall team. Malachi Tony is their best player. Quarterback will be an issue for these boys. 75 overall. For game 1, he had 4 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. I mean, the team looks solid. Receiver is definitely a strong suit. So even though they don't have a quarterback, they got the receiver room to support. Roster is good, but I think we're better, man. I truly do believe we're better. Now, with that being said, let's hop into this ball game. And let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. We can't play the games, obviously, as the GM, but it's important that we hop into some of these games. We see how the team is looking, producing, what's going wrong, what's going right. So next year, we know what we need to address, man. That is extremely important. And look at the GM walking the team out, man. How often do you see that? The GM walking with the team. Come on. Come on. He a man of the people. That's who he is, GM Jaden. Let's hop into the Super Sim. And let's watch the 4th quarter, man. Let's watch the 4th quarter and see what happens. Up 14-0 here against Miami. 21 skunk against Miami. Pitting BTA against this team. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give them BTA. Give them BTA. It's the 4th quarter here, and we're up 28 to skunk. 28 to skunk, man. Wow. What we're going to do here is I want to throw a little portion of the podcast on while we continue to beat up on this team. It'll be a couple minutes. Feel free to skip forward, but let's listen to the podcast while we watch a little BTA here.
Welcome to this deep dive. We're looking at GM Jaden's notes today, specifically a file titled The $8 Million Gamecock Reload. And the stakes for you as a listener following this 2026 South Carolina rebuild are honestly surprisingly high.
Yeah, it's a massive shift in strategy. I mean, to set the stage here, you're looking at a program stuck at 2-star prestige and just basically treading water in the SEC.
Right.
Recruiting momentum is flat, the roster lacks elite depth, and behind the scenes, the boosters are getting pretty restless.
Yeah, the notes really highlight a critical change in perspective here. South Carolina isn't rebuilding, they're reloading. So we are going to break down for you exactly how Jaden is deploying this unprecedented $8 million NIL donor package to jumpstart the roster and fully salvage the program.
Dropping an $8 million war chest at a 2-star program is just wild.
It really is.
Usually you see that kind of money at established powerhouse schools, right? But Jaden is using it as a blunt instrument to accomplish 3 very specific things: retaining his current stars, grabbing high-impact transfer portal talent, and putting up a financial wall to keep larger SEC schools from poaching his best guys.
And you can see exactly how panicked Jaden was about losing his quarterback. When you look at the actual price tag, we are talking $3.5 million for
Lenora Sellers. Yeah, that is nearly half the budget.
Exactly, nearly half the entire budget going to one single player.
It's a staggering number, and honestly, it's a massive risk. Spending half your budget on one guy isn't just paying a salary, it's Jaden buying a cornerstone to cover up the cracks of a 2-star roster. In college football, an elite dual-threat quarterback can mask a mediocre offensive line.
Oh, absolutely. But if Sellers gets hurt, half your donor budget is just sitting on the bench in sweatpants.
Right, which is a terrifying thought.
True, though, Jayden did build in some contingencies to protect that investment. First, he surrounded Sellers with weapons. Nick Harbor is taking down $750,000.
Right.
You pair a freak athlete and a vertical threat like Harbor with Sellers under center, and suddenly you have a skill combination that can actually threaten SEC defenses.
Right.
You need that explosive capability to keep defenses honest. But what really stands out to me is that they aren't putting the entire offense on Sellers' shoulders.
True, they really aren't.
They've engineered a highly specific two-back system for $300,000 combined. You have Augustave at $180,000 acting as the power short yardage back, and then Howell getting $120,000 to run speed and screen schemes.
That division of labor is just really smart roster building. It keeps the offense multidimensional. But going back to your point about the injury risk with Sellers earlier, Jayden clearly saw that coming.
Yeah, he had to.
He dropped $500,000 in the transfer portal just to bring in quarterback Dante Overton. That Overton pickup is pure insurance. If the worst happens to Sellers, Overton provides the experience depth needed to keep the season from going completely off the rails. You don't gamble $8 million without buying a backup plan.
No, definitely not. So looking ahead to the 2026 season, the goals for this reload are cut and dry. Jayden needs to win 8 or 9 games, actually compete in the SEC, rather than just acting as a speed bump and drag the team's prestige up to 3 or 3.5 stars.
Right. He has to prove to the boosters that this historic NIL package wasn't a complete waste of money. The margin for error here is razor thin.
Yeah.
If he hits those 8 or 9 wins, recruiting momentum flips, portal talent flocks to Columbia, and the donor pool likely grows.
But if they stumble out of the gate and fall short, those donors might just pull their funding completely.
Exactly.
It's a high-wire act that creates a perfect narrative for your Call Me Jayden Dynasty series. The storyline titles write themselves honestly. You're looking at the $8 million gamble or SEC reality check.
The storyline is definitely there. But before we wrap, imagine being a senior lineman on this 2-star squad. You're fighting in the SEC trenches every Saturday trying to build an identity for this program. And you look over at your quarterback who is taking home almost half the team's entire payroll. You really have to wonder what happens to that locker room chemistry the minute they lose a bad game.
We're going to end up winning this game 37-3 straight BTA to Miami, man. Y'all seen us catch a few picks there at the end. I mean, them boys didn't even show up here, man. It was nasty work. We're officially 2-0 here, man. We beat, absolutely dominate FCS nobody. Next, we have Texas. This will be a tough game. I also want to hop in, watch, see what happens. But you kind of see the rest of the schedule we working with. We have some potential to be good this year. We have some potential. And actually, looking at Texas here, they're bad. This is not a good Texas team right now. We're home. We're actually just going to go ahead and sim this game, and we're going to hope we get the dub. But this is a bad Texas team, man. I like our chances. We had a couple players on a visit, and when you get commits coming through, that's always a good sign. First commit of the rebuild comes through. It's going to be an edge rusher, and we do start off 3-0. We have a Kentucky team here who's also not super talented. It's another opportunity for us to go maybe 4-0, man. Like, hey, we have a chance. Close game against Texas, but let's see what happens when we sim. And of course, we dropped the Kentucky game. It was a close one. OT, we lose by 2 in extra OT. It was like the 4th OT we lost, man. Damn. Nasty one. Now we get a Tennessee team who is pretty talented. This is going to be a tough game. Let's watch. Let's see what Tennessee got here in the first quarter. We're going to be up 14-13. We missed the field goal 20-3. This is at Tennessee also. Hey, come on. Come on. 27-3. Come on, man. 34-3 at Tennessee. Pitting BTA to these boys. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. We pit BTA to these boys, man. GM Jayden is truly one of them ones, man. He one of them ones. That's the reality of it, man. He is one of them ones. BTA to these boys, man. Let's look at the final here, man. So, Drew, good work, boy. Good work, boy. Good work. Running numbers, Okay, we could run the ball too, man. And the defense had to play amazing, man. The defense had to do their thing today. Let's see, had a couple sacks. Dylan Stewart, I wonder what type stat line he's putting up. We'll check the stats halfway through the season. So we just beat the number 7 team in their home stadium. What are we ranked? We got to be ranked after this, right? We're not ranked, man. Oh my goodness. We are not ranked. That is unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. I guess that loss to Kentucky really hurt. Jaden, the edge rusher, has committed to Kyle. We wasted the 40 hours on that visit for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. We put 50 hours here. That's another 4-star player we could have a chance to get. Damn, man, we definitely wasted hours on that guy. This guy, we got the hard sell going. Let's throw the hard sell on. We started pursuing this guy late here. Let's also throw him on a visit against Georgia. If we win that game, that'll be pretty big time. That'll be pretty big time. Only leaves us with 10 more hours left. This guy will be on the visit this week. So big time week right here. Now, I will say we're playing a team that's not that good. So it should be easy money. Let's go ahead and advance. We should win this game. Halfway through the season, we are 5-1. We're looking very good, man. Looking very good. Beat up on Miami. Beat FCS nobody. Beat Texas. Lost a close game in OT against Kentucky. That one hurt. Then go into Tennessee and beat up on number 7 Tennessee. And then shut out Northern Illinois. Guess what? We're not ranked. They hate us. Them boys hate us, man. Them boys hate us. We got Arkansas team here that is not very good next on the menu. And then we have a top 10 Georgia team at home. Rivalry game. We are already better than what we were last year. That's mostly what matters. We're better than what we were last year. Let's go ahead and finish off recruiting. We'll sim this week. I want to watch that Georgia game. Advancing the week, we get the tight end from Virginia to commit to the program. Also the free safety. Who else? Also the Mike linebacker. We're kind of going crazy with recruiting. We might need to chill a little bit. I don't want to go over budget, but we'll have money coming off the books, and I think our prestige will go up. As we win another game, we're 6-1. Okay, we beat Arkansas, and also we got players winning awards. 3 touchdowns, under 100 yards. Pretty solid day. Now we're still not ranked, by the way. We're still not ranked, but we have number 4 Georgia coming to town. I mean, it's a big time game. It's a big time game. We got a bunch of players on visits, on campus for a visit. It's a game you must win. It's not a choice. 95 overall Georgia coming to town, man. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Hey, in these games where we hopped in, we kind of dominated, or at least watched. You know, we kind of dominated so far. Miami, Tennessee, watched both those games. And yeah, I mean, BTA. All right, let's sim to the end and see what happens against Georgia. We start off 14-0, start off strong. They respond back with a field goal and a touchdown. And we respond back with another 7-ball, 21-10. Also, reminder, we're down to our backup quarterback, and he's playing like a dog. He's going to want more money. That's where my head goes as the GM. He's going to want more money because he's playing like a dog. 21-17, and we hold these boys off, and we beat number 4 Georgia in our home stadium, man. It's almost like we know what we're doing with this GM stuff, man. It's almost like we know what we're doing. Drew, he didn't do too much. He's not the reason we won this game. 138 yards. 45 completion percentage with 1 touchdown. Their quarterback, oh my goodness, went crazy. Yardage-wise, two interceptions. Defense played good for us also. Turnovers. Our offense looked poopy. 2.5 a carry? Our offense looked bad. The defense must have won us this game with them turnovers, man. Yeah, we had 2 interceptions. Noah King, we brought him in. Little budget baller. He had a forced fumble and 2 fumble recoveries. Talking about a budget baller. When I see him in the portal, I was like, hey, this is a guy. This is a guy I recognize from Colorado. Come on, man. We know a thing or two. We know a thing or two, man. GM Jaden is doing his thing for sure. Eric Hood from South Carolina commits also. Left tackle commits. I think we're going to slow down on the high school recruiting just a tad bit. We're ranked number 19. Number 19, championship contender up to an A. Ranked number 19, and we have a Auburn who is ranked 18. I think at this point, we're going to sim the rest of the season, or let's sim to like week 12 to see what's going on. This Auburn team, they can't be that good. Can they? Who's home? If they're home, it's going to be a tough one. Let's see. They're 86. We're 86. Kind of an even matchup. When do our quarterback come back? That's going to be important, man. I mean, we're winning games with the backup, but at the same time, we need our guy. He's out for 2 more weeks. Wow. Dylan Stewart is also out. I mean, he has 12 sacks and he's hurt. Wow, all our players hurt. Damn. We could look at the stats here, but sheesh. Injuries are playing a major role here, man. Augustive is balling. Now, he's having a pretty solid year, yardage-wise. Receivers, Nick Harbor, do your thing, big dog. Do your thing. Defense, 12 sacks with Dylan Stewart, even though he's hurt. That's the only one producing. He's the only one producing. The only one. Interception numbers is pretty solid. Okay. Let's sim to week 12. And let's just see what happens, y'all. Week 12 comes and we get another 4-star commit. The team is 9-1. GM Jaden, man. Oh man, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised we're doing this good. 50-42. We beat Mississippi State. We'll watch this Florida game. We win this Florida game. I think we're a lock to make the conference championship, man. Are we not? Let's see. Maybe not a lock. We'll be locked. As long as we beat Florida, we're a lock to make the conference championship. Also, as y'all boys are watching this is actually my birthday. If you're watching this on March 12th, this is also significant because this is when I started my channel. I posted my first ever YouTube video on March 13th, 2024. So we're, almost exactly 2 years into the start of this channel. Also my birthday, and then also kind of like the birth of this channel. So it's kind of like a combination of both. But let's look at this Florida team here that we need to beat. We need to beat this team, and they got 2 quarterbacks. Avery Johnson, for some reason, left Kansas State to be the backup behind DJ Lagway. That's nasty work, EA. But running back room is pretty good. They got 2 star guys, 1,200 and 700 rushing yards. Oh my goodness, and 30+ touchdowns, almost 40 touchdowns between the 2 running backs. That's insane. That's actually insane, man. Reminder, they only played 10 games. They only played 10 games, and they running backs got wow. Okay, we this is a run first team for sure, man. But it's a good roster. It's a very good roster. Okay, defense is also looking pretty solid. Not as good as the offense maybe, but let's hop in. Oh man, we will be home for this matchup. It's a big time game, man. It's a big time game. Let's go. Come on. They got the train on the field. That's funny. Also, our quarterback will be back for this one. Still losing out on some of our edge rushers. Dylan Stewart's the demon, but our quarterback will be back healthy. We're getting there. As long as we get there for the playoffs. Let's hop into the simulator. Hopefully it's a close game. Hopefully it's not a close game, so we can just blow them out with stress-free. But if it is close, we'll hop in at the end. 7-7 here, mid-second quarter, 14-7. There we go. Get that offense going. 21-7, 21-14. Get that offense going and keep it going. Oh, yeah, we got a close one. Up 9 here. Okay, they're making their game. GM Jaden, what have you done? What have you done, man? 9-1 South Carolina. Lenore Seller, that's why he keep getting hurt running the ball, man. 3rd and 21. He also took a sack here. Bro, Isaiah is balling. I was not expecting him to be like such a guy on this team. Like he's like an 80-something overall. I'm just surprised he's this good. We're running some clock here and get the play off. Okay, we go pass. Don't turn it over. We're taking a shot down the field. Do we have a chance? We have a guy open and he drops it. Oh, man, it was open, but he had to jump for it. He just caught it without jumping. Maybe he don't take the big hit, and maybe he catches it. But we'll leave it up to the defense. Not a great punt. Definitely not a great punt, but the defense, it's on you. A field goal loses this game. That's the reality of it. DJ Lagway, he'll throw a pick. I mean, usually in these sims, I don't know why, he is pretty turnover heavy. Across the middle, nothing there. They have no timeouts also. Number 16, Stadium Pulse. Come on. Come on. Come on. Pressure, edge rushers. I mean, we're down all our edge rushers. That's going to be a first down. And just like that, they're in field goal range. I'm talking about turnovers. He's having having an amazing day here at quarterback. Let's see here. Step back to throw. Shot at the end zone. Ball falls to the turf. Okay. Okay, big third down here. You know, if they don't get it, they'll end up kicking the field goal, probably going up 1, but they'll leave the game in our hands, and I would like that. They go underneath. We had 3 guys in the area, and it wasn't enough, man. Over 300 yards for DJ. At this point, we probably need to start calling timeouts. Let's see what the CPU decides to do. They do not call a timeout. And looks like Florida also is not wasting clock here, and they'll actually go past. I mean, at this point, just run the clock out across the middle of the field, inside the 5, and they're okay. We're still not calling timeouts. Interesting decisions here by the CPU. The CPU late game is actually terrible. It's actually very bad, man. They go run here, and it's gonna be stopped short. Timeout, please. No, okay. Let's see here. They go back to the run. It's gonna be wide open. And they'll respond back with a touchdown. That's fine because guess what? We have a man named Lenore, last name Sellers, and he got about a minute and 3 timeouts to go get a touchdown. All right, let's see. How you wouldn't be remembered, Lenore? Oh, man, pressure on the quarterback. He's scrambling. He's going to use the legs, take a hit. I mean, throw it away. We rather the clock stop instead of picking up them 5 yards, man. Like, come on. He'll run a hurry up, go underneath. That's a nice first down. That's a nice move. That looks like that's Nick Harbor there. Let's see. They'll go back to the pass. Underneath once again. Is that Harbor? I think that is Nick, man. I think that is Nick. That's another first down. That's 2 timeouts we used, though. After the first down, you need to get back on the ball, man. Whether you spike it or call another play. That's a dot, and it's going to go up for interception. And we're going to lose this ball game off the drop pass. Ball just bounce up in the air. And an easy pick. And Lenore Sellers pretty much ends our season with a turnover, man. We was ranked number 12. I don't know how Florida is 14. We're 12. And you see the records. Oh, man. Cormani McClain, out of all people. Transfer from Colorado. Out of all people, he comes through with the game with an interception. Oh, man, that hurts, man. That definitely hurts. That definitely hurts. Them boys put up 21 there in the 4th quarter to win the game. 21 in the 4th quarter to come back against us. Damn, we ain't won it. Lenore Sellers, bad day. Under 50 completion percentage. Bad day for the quarterback, man. I mean, look, 14 yards a carry, and he only get 10 of them. Come on, man. He need to get 50. Come on, 143 yards off 10 carries. Come on. He should have got the ball every damn play. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're Nick Harbor. Nah, he had the 2 catches. That's it. The 2 catches at the end of the game that we just saw. That's all he had. Defense didn't do much, man. Couldn't stop a soul there in the 4th quarter also. That's probably going to end our season, man. I mean, we'll see what happens, but we'll obviously get a bowl game bare minimum, but damn, it's not good. Now, recruiting wise, I think I'm kind of done here. We have some 3-star gems we're going at there, and I think we'll, end up getting some of these guys, but I don't think we're going to pursue anyone additional. I think we're going to wait until the portal comes around. But like all these other 3-stars, that's non-gems. I think we're just good. We have ours. But like I said, I think we're just going to pretty much save for the off season, see what we want to do then. Just because we'll have more options, more choices, and we'll kind of have a better idea of what our budget is going to look like. That's one issue. You really don't know what your budget is going to look like next year until you kind of get to the next year and really see what's going on. And these 4-stars out there just in case we want to add one, like a 4-star right tackle. That's tempting. That is tempting. That's tempting. We'll add some of these guys. We'll scout. And I just don't know I don't want to go over budget with high school kids, if that makes sense. So we'll scout. If any of them look amazing, maybe we do end up going after them. But more likely than not, we'll just stay where we're at. Okay, Nasir. Okay, one of the ones at linebacker. We'll definitely put the 50 ball there. We'll definitely do that. Do we have a running back commit? We do have a running back commit. Okay. And a 4-star right tackle, I really can't resist that because we don't have any O-line play. So we need to put 50 in to jump up. So with that being said, we need to remove 50 from a guy like this that's about to commit and put the 50 into the other guy. Looking at the conference standings, yeah. Drop down to 6-2, number 5 in the conference. As it looks like it's going to be Alabama and LSU in the conference championship, man. That stinks. We do have a Clemson team here who is a rivalry for us, you know, big time rivalry game. They will be home. So we'll watch, see what happens. But damn, man, that tanked our season. Even, man, damn. Maybe if we win this game, maybe it's a chance we backdoor our way into the playoffs. Maybe. Most likely not. Let's hop into the Super Sim and see what happens here, man. First quarter, nothing much going on. Clemson strikes first with a 7 spot. We respond back with a 7. Come on, man. Don't lose 2 games in a row. Not 2 in a row. 10-7, 10-10 here in the third quarter. Definitely a low-scoring game. Defensive game, if anything. Okay, 7. Okay, up 7 here in the fourth. Okay, dumb boys from Clemson do not have it. Number 6 Stadium Pulse. We go into fake Death Valley, and we prove to them why that is the case. Why it's the fake one. It's not the real one, man. It's only one real Death Valley, and that's out there in Baton Rouge, man. Let's go. We bring home, I don't even know what the trophy is called, but it looked like a palm tree. I like it. That boy Lenore Sellers. Hopefully he does not go pro on us, man, because we need him back next year. Like, I mean, we need him back. That's the reality of it. We need him back. He's the cornerstone of this whole entire team, honestly. Didn't have a great day, though, but we need him. We also need, Isaac is a senior, even though he's having a great year. He's a low overall, but definitely would have loved him to be back on this roster. He will be gone. 3 sacks for the defense, no interceptions. But we will end our regular season 10-2. That is good enough to make the playoffs in the SEC, man. 10-2 should be a playoff team. That should be a playoff team in the SEC, man. Like, no question about it. No question about it. And he even set the records. Single season touchdown record. Wow. Wow. So we're ranked number 17. I'm curious. It's a chance, man. It's a small chance, but it's a chance out there that we do jump up. We do get another commit right tackle from North Carolina. 13. I know my face cam is blocking it. We are ranked number 13, y'all. Number 13. You never know what happens during conference championship week. Maybe someone loses, drops out. Oh my goodness, we advance and we're still at 13. That cannot be good. That cannot be good. We also have the opportunity to let go our OC and DC if we want to. I think we got to keep them. Like, I think we have to. We don't have a choice. When you just have a good year like that, you don't have a choice but to keep your staff, man. Also, we're done with high school recruiting. Those 2 4-stars we tried to go after, they locked us out. They don't want anything to do with us. Okay, I'm wrong, actually. This is now conference championship week. So what do I see here? So if Florida loses to SMU, or maybe if Utah loses or Michigan loses, maybe it's a chance we get one of those spots. Maybe. I see another 10-2 SEC team with a first-round bye, and we're on the bubble. Come on, man. Florida's up there. Florida beat us, so it's like they're 9-3, but they do have the head-to-head against us. It's a chance. It's a chance. Point is, it's a chance we can make the playoffs year one being a GM. We get more commits, get the will linebacker from South Carolina to commit as well, and we stick at 13. We stick right outside of the bubble. That sucks. John McTeer wins the Heisman with maybe the worst stat line I have seen for a Heisman Trophy winner. I don't know. Maybe he rushed for 1,000 yards and another 10 touchdowns. That might be the worst stat line, yardage-wise at least. Interesting stuff right there. Interesting stuff. And we pull Indiana in the bowl game. We'll watch because the bowl game is important. I think winning the bowl game helps your prestige. Who wants us to be the next GM of their program? Anyone? Rutgers, Virginia, and we're not interested. We're not interested. Early National Signing Day. We don't have a quarterback even on our board. We never had one. Let's see. Impact development for the running back. We see how some of these players look. Star for the receiver. John, gotta see the fruits of your labor. Okay, impact, O-line, impact. What else we have here? Center, elite development center from North Carolina. Big time impact, star, and impact. That's solid work on the D-line. That's solid work right there. D tackle comes in with impact. We'll take that. The other two guys, impact, normal. Okay, we chose. They always okay. Okay, star development for the 3-star. Impact for the 4-star middle linebacker. That's fine. This guy, why do we not have hours going here? Did he decommit? Why do we not have hours here? This is what? We was locked out we're locked out, but say we're not locked out. It's weird stuff going on sometimes. Cornerback, what's going on here? Impact and the safety, impact, and we're still pursuing this 4-star or this 3-star safety here as well. All right, 2 teams that was on the bubble. We'll hop in and watch, win the game, and hey, it'll help out. It'll just help something. We actually get a big bonus if we win this game. How did I silly me? So a bowl win is actually an extra $500,000, man. So winning a bowl game is actually pretty big. So if we could win this, we will actually get a extra $500K. So this is actually a pretty important game for your South Carolina. With that being said, let's hop into the simulator and see what happens. We up 7-7 or 7-7 here now at this point. Okay, they respond back with another field goal and then another field goal. Then we get a touchdown, 14-13 here in the second half. They get a touchdown, 17-20. We're losing fourth quarter here, 20-20. Okay, we got a little bit of a ball game. 3rd and 10 here for South Carolina. We're driving. We're not doing none of that stuff where our starters sit out the bowl game. Dot across the middle of the field. We're going to be inside the 10-yard line down to the 7. We don't do the stuff where your starters sit out. We ain't one of those teams. We ain't one of those teams that's also not accepting the bowl game even though we felt like we should have been in. That's not us. Some teams may do that. That's just not us. We're going to still accept and play our bowl game, especially because we need that cheese. You know, no shade to nobody else that might have done some of that stuff. No shade. You know, if the shoe fit, lace it up. They go run here, and come on, y'all. Come on, Lenore. Call your own number, big dog. Let's see here. 3rd and 7. I would hate for us to take a field goal, and I would hate for us to throw a pick even more. Ha! Lenore Sellers forces a throw across the middle of the field, and he just punched my dog. He just punched my dog. Yeah, so instead of even taking a field goal, we take nothing. And now we're going to be forced to get a stop, man. That's his 3rd interception of the day. Lock in, bro. You better than that, man. You are better than that. It wasn't even open. And they start off throwing, and CJ Carr is their quarterback. And they're going to pick up a 1st down. CPU is so interesting. Like, they won't run the ball in run situations, and they won't pass the ball in pass situations. They do go run here. And okay, we need to stop right now, man. No more yardage right now. 2nd and 5. They do go pass. 1st down. I mean, that's GG's. Damn, we're gonna lose to Indiana, bro. GG's in the bowl game. That's $500,000 that could have helped out with this upcoming recruiting class that we lose out on. Terrible. Terrible way to go out, man. Final stat lines: 3 turnovers, 1 touchdown for Lenore. Rushing numbers was horrible. 1.3 a carry for like, come on. Terrible numbers here, man. Terrible stuff. Nick Harbor, defense did anything, 2 sacks for the senior. But I mean, that's how our season will be remembered. I'm not mad. First year under GM Jaden. I mean, do we call this a success? I personally would. Your Florida Gators goes on the Cinderella run and wins the Natty as the 10th seed that barely snuck into the playoffs. They beat us to get in there, and they beat Oklahoma in a dominant fashion. I mean, they didn't even play a close game in the playoffs. They dominated. They won by double digits in every game. Wow. Okay, I see you, Florida. I see you. Okay. Now, let's look at our end of the season stats here. This is important because for the upcoming season, we need to know what we have to bring in. Lenore Sellers came back from injury, and he trolled. He was bad. He was bad when he came back from injury, man. A lot of interceptions. Drew, you a baller, bro. You a baller. I hope you don't transfer out, but at the same time, I don't know if we could afford to have 2 starting caliber quarterbacks. I just don't know if we could afford that, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But Drew honestly balled out when he got the opportunity. Augustive balled out also, man. I'm talking about 1,100 yards, 18 touchdowns with 83 overall player. That's phenomenal. Like, that's great work. That's great work, man. Receiving numbers, Nick Harbor barely got over 1,000, only 4 touchdowns. Hopefully he goes pro and help out the rest of the receiver, man. Hopefully he goes pro. Smith, the tight end, pretty good year for him. Wish he had a little bit more touchdowns. The defense, Dylan Stewart, before he got hurt, was absolutely dominating, man. He only played in 9 games and had 12 sacks. That tells you the whole story. Hopefully he also don't go pro. He may, but I hope he doesn't. Outside of that, we will need to replace the sack production that he had. We will have to replace it. Cornerback situation, couple interceptions, nothing too crazy. The defense played okay. I think it's a couple things I want to tighten up for this upcoming year. Maybe a better linebacker core. But let's advance to players leaving screen and see what we have to deal with for this upcoming offseason, man. We'll also reevaluate the roster, see who's leaving, see who's graduating, and see how much money we really have to work with. And we go back up to a 3-star prestige. Now, with that being said, we're losing a lot. But we'll have a $15 million budget here this upcoming season because that's how much 3-star teams get, $15 million. So we do have that going for us. Now, we just lose so much. Wow, all these players want to transfer out. Who's not here is our quarterback. Neither of the quarterbacks are here, which is good for us. Neither of the quarterbacks, but a guy like Cash Cleveland wants to go. Some of these guys we just brought in, Smith want to go. He just had a phenomenal year. But this is going to be an issue for the next episode, man. If y'all enjoy this content and y'all want to continue to see this NIL series, let me know down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will be dropping as soon as possible. But I appreciate y'all boys, and we on to the next one.